Welcome back. Casey Anthony will be released from jail Sunday. She's been there for nearly 3.5 years. But what will she do when she gets out? Joining me this morning is reputation management expert Jack Berkman. Good morning, Jack.
Good morning, David. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing probably better than Casey Anthony right now. Is there any way that this woman can save her reputation?
Well, let me explain to you that, first of all, she isn't a CEO of a company. She doesn't run a company that has services and products that interact with the consumer every day. And she wasn't a household word.
Right.
I think the best advice for her is to lay low. Go away somewhere. It's what I said on this show about 15 or 20 years ago about OJ, whatever it was, how many years ago.
He didn't go
OJ,
away.
go play golf somewhere where nobody has ever heard of the country.
Right.
I think she should lay low. There's no reason for her to respond. This is a time of great pain. There are people that have very strong opinions, and, you know, a small baby, an infant, that's very sensitive. And so she needs to just lay low. She has no obligation to come forward and say or do anything.
Right.
So she's best to just keep a very, very low price. And if she plays golf, maybe she'd like to go play golf in a small country.
Obviously, OJ didn't lay low enough.
OJ should have laid low. Now, he was more of a public figure. Now, he ran a company, but he was more of a public figure. His face and name ID was very strong. OJ should have just gone and laid low and kept a very, very low profile for as long as he could to let this thing boil over. Once again, tremendous feelings and opinions about his either guilt or innocence.
Speaking of public figures, and as you say, Casey Anthony's not one, but we have examples of several people who have made it back. For one, Michael Vick, I believe we have a few pictures of him. Michael Vick has returned.
I think Michael Vick has returned on a couple levels. One, in the world of athletics and professional sports, you know, it's all about W's and L's. And if you win a game, especially if you win in Philadelphia, I think that's really exciting. But Michael Vick has proven to be a good citizen. He's doing a lot of work philanthropically for the dogs, and he's making speeches. He's getting out there, and I think Michael Vick is taking all the right steps, and he's taking the right steps in terms of his apologies and his honesty and his soul searching. The public doesn't have a long memory, David.
Yeah.
I mean, they're pretty forgiving.
Yeah. Martha Stewart is another one who fell from grace.
Martha Stewart had a strong public visibility, and I think that was, you know, there was a lot of people that loved Martha Stewart, and she had a great following, and a lot of people probably would be behind her whatever she did. It didn't matter. So as you saw, when she came out, she was welcomed with open arms. New television shows, great ratings, and she's back. I don't know if she's on top of the world, but she certainly is a better place, much better place than she was.
And that was just a couple of examples. Obviously, nothing matches what Casey Anthony is going through when you're considered someone who may have murdered your own daughter. But so you say lay low, but there is a chance for her at some point.
Well, I think there's a chance for her maybe in 6 to 8 months to a year. She's not obligated to come back. And if she does, I think it's in her worst interest. I don't think there's anything to be gained, and there's nothing for her to accrue or try to change. She can't change all those people out there that feel that the death of a small child isn't something that is inexcusable and punishment by the highest court.
What about the thoughts of her writing a book? Because there's a lot of noise out there that she'll make $500,000 to $1 million, and people will buy this book.
Well, you know, she hasn't written it yet, and I'm sure that there's a possibility of special television features or maybe even a motion picture or a book. But I would say down the road, if she's going to start writing, she can start writing it quietly now where nobody can find her, except maybe her ghost editor.
Right. What about as far as image, her appearance? You know, we saw her in court. That picture is when she was still on trial and she had her hair tied up in a bun. And then that final day, she was winking at people, smiling her hair down. I mean, she's liable to get out of prison and really make a show.
Well, I think, and we won't repeat it on your show, but you heard what her attorney said about her. He was quite honest about what he felt about her.
Well, and you can't say that without using those descriptive words. What did the attorney say about it?
Well, the attorney basically said that she slept around and that she wasn't exactly a wonderful person.
Right.
I think that first of all, she is someone who probably was coached into looking rather subdued, you know, unattractive, so she wouldn't be appealing during the trial. And then afterwards, maybe she could let her hair down a little bit, but I don't think it's in her best interest to become a glamour girl and walk around and do the red carpet.
Do you think she has people close to her that are going to be telling her that? Or, I mean, she doesn't seem like she's had a whole lot of guidance to this point in her life.
My guess is she's going to have some people around her that want to make money off of her, just like handlers do with other stars, so to speak. I think there's going to be, hopefully she will have the wisdom, maybe that attorney, and maybe some close friends that say, let's move away from this. We don't need to be in the public arena. In 6 months, if she's still an interesting story and they want to redo it again, possibly they could come back again.
Well, a whole new chapter in her life starts this coming Sunday when she's released. Thank you, Jack Berkman.
Thank you, David.
Your time. All right.